Next question from Anush from Kashmir, India. Can a Muslim girl become an IAS officer in India with the intention of serving the Ummah? I would like to ask the sister that why does she want to become an IAS officer in India to serve the Ummah? There are multiple things better that a woman can do. Why should a woman go out of the way to become an IAS officer, and will she be able to maintain the rules of the Quran and Sunnah? So if you want to serve the Ummah, number one is you have to follow the rules and regulation of Allah and His Rasul. The best act of a Muslimah, of the Muslim woman, is to be a good mother. There's nothing better than that. The status that a Muslimah gets because she's a mother is phenomenal. Our beloved Prophet Muhammad said that paradise lies beneath the feet of the mother. And the child, even if you give a mountain of gold to the mother, he cannot compensate what the mother has done by keeping that child in her womb for 9 months. There are various hadith. Now how can you overlook all these hadith? You want to become IAS officer. Now do you think becoming an IAS officer as a woman, will you be able to maintain the hijab? Will you be able to maintain the rules and regulations that have been prescribed in the Quran and Sahih Hadith? And the answer is no. As an IAS officer, you may have to work closely with the male, which is not permitted. You will not be able to maintain the hijab. Your dress code will be different. So, but natural, the best profession, if you want to do a profession after being a mother, if you want to do something for the Ummah, number one is the profession of a da'i. Allah says in the Quran in Surah Fussilat chapter 41, verse number 33, وَمَنْ أَحْسَنُ قَالَ مِمَّنْ دَعَا إِلَى اللَّهِ وَعَمِلَ صَالِحًا وَقَالَ إِنَّنِي مِنَ الْمُسْلِمِينَ. Who is better in speech than one who invites to the way of thy Lord, works righteousness, and says that I am a Muslim? The best profession for a Muslim is a da'i. So even for the Muslimah, this is for the Muslim male, yes, even for the Muslimah, the best profession is a da'i. And that's the reason that when I wanted to marry someone, I wanted to marry a da'iya. Because the sawab that a woman will get, but naturally she is supposed to do dawah with the woman. A woman doing dawah to a woman is far more serving the Ummah and doing Islah to the Muslim who may not be knowing the teachings of Islam. So if you are doing dawah to non-Muslim, the non-Muslim woman, and doing dawah to the Muslim woman, getting them closer to Quran and Sunnah, that's 1,000,000 times better service than you becoming an IAS officer. Being an IAS officer, there are high chances that you may go away from the deen. You may not be able to follow the rules and regulations. So number one best profession after becoming a mother is becoming a da'iyah. Number two, you can become a teacher. You can teach in an Islamic school or Islamic college, teach them deen, give them education. Number three, you can become a counselor. You can be a child counselor. You can counsel the Muslim, the children, get them closer to Islam if you want to serve the Ummah. You can become a doctor. You can become a gynecologist. If you become a gynecologist, you are preventing hijab being broken by your Muslim sisters. Becoming a doctor, it's a noble profession. A gynecologist or become a pediatrician. You can do specialty. There are various other options. Why should you become an IAS officer? First, an IAS officer is not a job to be done by a woman, and that too by a Muslim woman. You will not be able to maintain your hijab, you will not be able to maintain all your principles. So my advice is it is not at all permissible for a Muslimah to become an IAS officer in India. You will not be serving the Ummah, you will be in fact going away from the deen, and leave aside the Ummah, you will be paving your pathway not to heaven but away from the heaven. So inshallah, I hope that you become a good mother, become a da'iya, or become a teacher, or a child counselor, or a doctor. Hope that answers the question.